everyone, welcome back to another video of CambiHub. And in today's video, we'll be looking at how to research for your global perspectives individual report or your IR. So I'll be talking about several websites that you can research and how to, basically refer to scholarly engines for searching, or even if you went to simply, if you simply Googled a website, how would you check its credibility and how would you choose that website? So first website that I would like to recommend is PubMed. PubMed is a really reputed source because it comprises more than 32 million citations, right? And this is mostly for topics related to health, right? Topics related to health, medicine, or more topics related to science fields, right? So if your topic is from one of those fields, then I think PubMed is the right place for you. The next thing that I would like to recommend is the most famous source for finding research papers, because see, websites is something for which you have to check multiple things, right? Who the author is the author credible, how old is the source, does it include new trends, and a lot of things, right? But when we talk about research papers are more credible because they are primarily focused on primary research, whereas websites you'll find will be secondary research, and there's no guarantee that they have mentioned each and every source that they have, that they took the data from. So we don't want our individual report to get into trouble because of, because it is not supposed to lack citation. And to avoid that, you should always refer to either reputed sources, either you have to do a thorough study behind that source, or these websites, right? These search engines, right? Scholarly engines are one of the things, right? Google Scholar is something which is used by everyone, right? Even if you talk about, low level research projects like your global perspective research at school level, and even when we, look at university level research papers, or even in professionalism, right? Or in real jobs for, researching agencies and all, mostly Google Scholar is used because it has a lot of sources, right? A lot of credible sources, and its search index obviously works in a way where it tells you the most credible source on top, and then it goes down, and it uses the Google's, AI that searches for the right keywords, right, and will give you the right research paper. The next is obviously Semantic Scholar, which does have quite few search papers. However, I would rate this on number three, right below Google Scholar, because this does not have few features that Google Scholar might give you, right? For example, the Google's AI that I was just talking about. Even though this is also pretty good, you must know 3 to 4 sites, because it is really necessary to not only look at sources from one site. When you refer to 5 to 6 sites, you'll get a lot of sources, a lot of things in detail, and that's the reason why I'm telling you multiple sources, multiple sites, right? So this is another one. The next one is Base. It is a pretty old, searching site, and the best thing about this is, it if you create an account here, it gives you the option of search history. So whenever you are searching anything on this website, you do not need to forget what you were searching, right? It also gives you this browsing tab, right, which will allow you to customize it, and it gives you two types of search, right? First is the basic search. If you're entering any basic keywords or something, right, it works just similar to PubMed, Google Scholar, and Semantic Scholars. However, if you want to expand your research and you want to go into depth, right, you can choose this option of advanced search. Advanced search will allow you to select a field, a title, the appropriate author for it, its subheadings, DOI, orchid ID, right, and a part of a URL. It allows you to play with it. So play as much as you want. Take a publication year also, so you get latest trends, right? And then just hit the search button right away. You'll find your search there. So this is the best thing about this source. However, it does not work that well with your keywords, right? It might give you some of them, but then you have to do a lot of reading. Whereas when you see PubMed and Scholar, Google Scholar, they'll there's less of reading, right? They'll directly list out. So there's much more of finding things in this website, right? And the last one is Score. Core is the world's largest collection of research papers, open access research papers. Because mostly research papers are, some of the services or sometimes research papers are paid, or they at least ask you to create an account, right? And if you don't want to do that, you want to find open access research papers that are free to use, or I mean free to read, right? This is the best website, right? Core is the best website. Now, these are some of the scholarly engines. However, if you want to search on, with a normal Google search, right? Let's say you go to google.com and you're just searching, is AI credible? For example, your topic is within the digital world, right? And it's about AI, and you just simply search, is AI credible? You'll get a multiple, websites. And in this way, Google works as, you know, at the top they'll only show the ones which are sponsored, so it's not necessary that the one that comes on the top is always credible, right? I'm not saying this source is not credible, I'm just saying I'm talking in general. So if you have to check if this is credible or not, if you have to check if any website is credible or not, you just simply go to the website. For example, I go to this website randomly and simply copy its link. Once you copy its link, you go to chat gpt or any AI source like Gemini or Perplexity AI, Merlin AI, or you can also go to, you know, uh, Microsoft Edge AI. You can also go to Meta AI, right? Any sort of AI, I would recommend ChatGPT because it is just much more easier to use for this specific purpose, and give a simple prompt like, I'm researching for my IGCSE Global Perspectives individual report. Kindly suggest me the strengths and weaknesses of the following report, of the following data, and also tell me about its credibility and if I should use it for my research or not. Put a hyphen and simply paste your link and send the prompt. ChatGPT is going to analyze the link, it's going to search the web, and it will tell you all of the strengths and weaknesses of this particular link, which will obviously give you a context, which will obviously give you some context and some idea about the source. And it will always give you recommendation whether you should use it or not, right? So it says that this is a secondary resource. So it also mentioned that this resource has it checked automatically that this resource has some citation, which means this resource is not original or it's not primary research, this is also secondary research, right? One more tip is, if you go to some website and you find their citation, you can take their original research paper also through which they researched. So it's always necessary that whatever source you are reading, go down, check the comments, right? Check the comments if there is any user ID in comments, and also check their citations, right? I hope that this video was really helpful to make you understand that how you should research for your IGCSE Global Perspectives subject. If there is any other doubts, for sure you can ask in the comments. Do visit our learning portal, which has a lot of interactive worksheets and past papers, which is www.cambihub.com. This is Pranay Arora signing off from CambiHub. My email ID is pranay@cambihub.com. You can also mail me there. And thank you. I'll meet you in the next Global Perspectives lecture video.